Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. Be a light in the darkness, guys. So I'm just doing for whoever needs to hear this message, collective reading this morning. And I've meditated on the runes. I've been meditating on my little candle here this morning. And I've done pulled the runes and laid them out. And we seem to have some major soul growth going on here, guys. So let me tell y'all what we got. So what we have right now is we have somebody, okay, that is in a partnership. We have Gibu. And then we have Jera, which is legalities. It's rewards for efforts expanded. But it feels like to me, because then we have Naudas, which is relief from distress. It feels like to me some of you are going through realizing that it's time to walk away from some things. And I got a similar message yesterday, which I didn't end up putting up because it felt like it was a lot for me. And I did ask for other people's spiritual counselors to come in. And again, I got something similar today. But this one feels like it's definitely for somebody else. And that, because we have Haglis down here, guys, everything has a beginning and an end. Everything has even relationships. People aren't always meant to stay in our lives forever. Certain jobs, situations, even family members, you got brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. People get divorced, remarry, move on. Things don't usually stay stagnant, okay? Of course, if you're going to the same job every single day and you're wondering why you're not meeting no one, why things aren't changing, well, if from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, you're doing the same thing day in, day out, you have to break it up. So this is making me feel like somebody breaks up something. They break up the monotony of their day. They break up and do something different. And then, lo and behold, meet a new friend. Or you come to yourself in some way that you realize some relationship or some job or something is no longer, it's gone as far as it can go. Okay, is what I feel like Jera's telling me. And then you decide you're going to do something different. So then you have the relief of, okay, so now I've made up my mind. I have made a decision. Because then, guys, we have success and we have movement. So you're now moving on to something else. Now, this reading is not going to resonate for everybody. I assume that when you find it, if it's yours and it makes sense, it's yours at that time. Or if it resonates for someone that you know, same thing. And then we have signals. We have something coming to you through the inner ear, through your own instinct. And you listen to it because you close this door and you then have more flow. Does that make sense? Okay, like I said, guys, I learned a long time ago, not everyone's meant to stay in our lives forever. When I first started my channel, right after I moved to California, I had some friends. We came to some disagreements. We separated, went our separate ways. And that was the first time I really, really, really realized people, places, and things aren't always meant to stay in our life for the whole of our lives. Things change. We grow. They change and grow. Jobs change. They get rid of one boss, a new boss comes in, and all of a sudden you hated the old boss, but you love the new boss. And they implement some things that make the same job totally change. All of a sudden, you've got different responsibilities. It's more fun. It's more lively. They welcome innovative ideas. They welcome, having people around them that give them ideas that together as a group, they make things better. Okay, same thing with our everyday lives, guys. Sometimes, people aren't meant to stay in our lives forever. People move away. You move away. Just things change. So this is telling me about this is change. Okay. This is some kind of change that somebody makes in their life that definitely makes a difference. All right. And then what we have over here on the next row is what is unseen. Okay. And what we've got here is we've got Tear of the Spiritual Warrior. Okay. And you deciding this to move on. Okay. You just decide that something no longer suits you. And maybe even a secret comes to light or something you discover that just doesn't sit well with you. And then you start going through major soul growth, because then we have Manas, and that Manas here is making me feel like it's due for new people to come into your life. It's you going from the microchism to the macrochism. So this is telling me major soul growth today. Okay, guys? And whether you have to defend it or not is up to you, but life's going forward. There's something here that you're cutting out, you're leaving behind, and it is for major soul growth, because we do have Path of Destiny in this reading. So that's what that's telling me. Okay? Now, along with this Isa and this Perth here, then we have Hagalaz, which to me, in this particular reading, is talking about natural disruption. And guys, I thought about it for a minute, and I asked my spirit guides, I said, okay, well, give me more information, And they're making me feel like, when we get to a point in our lives, and we all grow as we change, right, as we get older, it's natural disruption, but it can also be a natural ending point in a relationship or a time where you just realize it no longer suits you. Rather, it's an old boyfriend that's always calling you up, wanting to get back together, and you just know you're over it, or a job that you don't like, that it's time to move on from, or some kind of something in your life that it's just come to a natural end and it's time to walk away. And you decide to do this. Why? Because then we have birth, then we have joy, then we have strength. So this gives you, and that's why I'm saying major soul growth too, guys, because we have Path of Destiny at the end of this. Now this is what is within your power and what you can do about it yourself. Because we have birth, so you come to, again, just like man, as you come to yourself in some way, okay? And it brings you a lot of joy. No matter what it is you're releasing, okay, because we got the frozen and the Perth, you release it and it makes you stronger. It's a breakthrough on the process of self-change. It's a path of destiny. Because to me, path of destiny and self-change kind of go together. Because if you have a breakthrough and you become a better person, or you come to yourself in some way, that is part of a destiny to me, because it's talking about you progressing as a person. And isn't that what life's about? Well, of course it is. Life's all about changing, growing, becoming better. Things just changing. And this is just telling me that this is some kind of a natural ending. And I feel like they're telling me that up in here, when you're realizing this, they're giving you a nudge. Your spiritual counselors, your angels, ancestors, past on loved ones, are giving you this nudge that when you make up your mind you're going to do this and walk away, that you are going to have the relief that comes with that. Because sometimes being caught between not knowing what to do, you know what I mean? Going, well, I could make this decision or I could make this decision. Sometimes being stuck in the middle of having not yet made a decision yet can really bring a lot of stress. So once you make up your mind, that's where the notice comes in. Where once you've made up your mind and figured out the how, where, when, okay? And even at this point up here, maybe you haven't come to that yet, but you will, okay? And then once you do, because this is within your control down here, once you do that sigh of relief, I mean, your whole body's going to feel it. You're going to be like, okay, I've made up my mind. This is what I'm going to do, all right? And you may have to defend it a little bit because this is in the unseen. You may have to defend it. But guys, sometimes no explanation is needed. Sometimes you just quit answering the phone. You quit running over to someone's defense. You quit running over to try to save somebody. You quit running over to help the friend that you know can help themselves and they just don't want to. They want you to bail them out time after time after time. Or the boyfriend or the girlfriend or the ex that, like the guy that gets up one morning and the ex-girlfriend's calling for the upkeep time. Oh man, my sink's flooded. My bathroom floor is flooded. Come fix it. And he gets up, kisses the new girlfriend that's been around for a year now, and says, okay, I'm going over to so-and-so's house and go fix her. Sometimes you can't keep rescuing people. Sometimes you just have to walk away. Especially if you've already started on a new life. Why are you going to keep, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to tell somebody, hey, find a new boyfriend, find a new girlfriend. Or, this is the last time because me and so had a date planned for this afternoon. We were going to go play goofy golf or we were going to go to the movies. And now I'm having to come over and fix your sink. Call a plumber next time. And you're going to have to that's where you're defending yourself. Guys, some of you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to say, I can't help you anymore. Learn how to say no. I did a reading not too long ago, and I actually had somebody send me a message going, I'm going to do just like you suggest. I'm going to stand in the mirror and I'm going to practice saying no. So I don't know if she's going to see this message or not. And I didn't use your name, but I did use your oh yes, that's going to help me a lot. Because guys, I can't tell you how many times I've had to stand in front of the mirror and practice saying no because I just have a big heart and I always want to say yes. And I've had to learn that sometimes I have to prioritize and put myself first. So Be a spiritual warrior. Put yourself first. And no matter whatever it is that this thing that comes to light, it's going to be the thing that's going to push you, it's going to be the one thing too many. And you're just going to be like, I'm done. So when you're done, be done. Now, guys, I also got some sub messages down here. And usually Fihu is the rune of possessions, of money, and things like that. I'm feeling like this is the culmination of your decision to let this all go, okay? Because if you look at the rune of Fihu, it looks like a person standing there with their arms out, right? Doesn't that look like a person with their arms out? 2 arms is the person. And the reason why I say that is because then we have 2 openings. We have completion of beginnings. Once you've made up your mind, you have to walk through this doorway, guys. You have to let it go. So you walk through this doorway, and now you're on to a new life. Because now you're going forward. See, if you look at this room, I'm going to get close here. And Ing is this diamond, right? Well, it feels like this is the middle of that diamond. Like if you drew a line from here to here, and this is you emerging through it. So you actually walk through that doorway, and you build a firmer foundation and have major soul growth because of it. So it is growth in you coming to yourself in some way. So this seems almost like this is a lesson that someone's having to learn. And guys, sometimes you just have to learn how to say no and let things that are no longer meant to be in your life go. You're a spiritual warrior. You're meant to do this. It's another one of the, I just heard karmic. Another karmic lesson of some type, or maybe someone that's been in your life for a while that was actually supposed to teach you something, And guys, a lot of times we have trouble learning to say no. And I'm just feeling like somebody needs to say no, okay? Because you're due to come through strengthening your foundation within yourself, okay? Because you decide to walk through this doorway. So this is like a little sub-message here, guys. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards on this, and we're going to see what they have to tell us. So, let's see. So angels, spiritual council members of other people. I'm going to pull this up. Let's see. Let's make sure they're all... Okay, now let me shuffle. So spiritual council members, angels, spirit guides, passed on loved ones. What are their messages does this person or these people about this collective reading of major soul growth and change? What do they need to know? What else? What other information do you want to give them that is beneficial for them, or something that else they maybe need to look out for? What other information do they need? One more time, I said. Thank you. I'm great. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Okay. It's on the bottom. Yep. So this may cause a little bit of a tower moment, guys. Okay. And this can also be this hagless disruption right here. Okay. But to me, I'm seeing this as a break free card and letting go. All right. And that's the 2 on the bottom of the deck, guys. And then we have going to success. And look, guys, does that not go right along? Because you've got this right here. You've got you, the relationship, the fruits of your labors, the reward for your efforts. As time goes on, needing to let this go. Guys, there it is. And then you've got success. So those three cards go right in order with that, guys. So they're saying, yes, this is correct for you, whoever you are. Okay? What's the next one we got here? Okay? So the Emperor has to do with this could be a job that you're walking away from. This could be somebody that you feel like is some type of foundation that or job, or some kind of this is representing something that's just no longer is anything that has place in your life anymore. You're wanting to make changes, and you're willing to walk towards something new. Okay? Major soul growth. Right there, guys. So this is your spiritual warrior. And your firmer foundation down here, and your path of destiny, and the birth up. That's the higher consciousness there, the higher soul growth. That's pretty much representing all this bottom stuff, guys. So this is also, I feel like this is also your angels having your back. And this morning, one of the first things I did was pull my little red heart, okay, and my angel wing, because I felt like the angels. Because guys, whenever I'm doing a reading, ever since I picked up those two little glass angels right there, I keep getting, every time, I don't know, okay, let's put it like this. I get these two little angels in my head, a little picture of them, and they're like smiling at me and shaking their head yes. And I feel like their energies are connected to those two little statues, because ever since I got them, I've been getting that vision in my head, okay? Rather, that's just my own intuition picking up on my angels or spiritual guides. I just feel like, I mean, ever since I got that picture, the first time I ever got it, I just laughed. But I feel like the spiritual side's agreeing with me. Does that make sense? Okay. Yep. Wheel of Fortune. Guys, going through this doorway, when you have this natural ending here, birth, happiness, stronger self, path of destiny, that, and your angels, that is, guys, it's going right along with it. Something much better here. And definitely to do with spirituality. And I always see these as spirit guides, ancestors, and your angels right there, guys. And I always look at the Leo and the Taurus as being very grounded and very strong. So, and because she's holding the wheel, to me it always talks about things are turning around in your favor. So whatever this is that you need to let go of it, because it's no longer suiting you. Oh, and then you get strength again. Well, that actually is success in the sun. But then we have strength. Okay? And guys, I've pointed this out before. Okay? So this is you. You are very strong, whoever you are. And you have the strength to break chains that bind you. Okay? I think that's the ending of it. So, and some of you, if you feel like you need to ask somebody else's advice, they're telling me, ask somebody else's advice what to do. But I think you know. I think in this instance, the Hierophant is, I mean, this is a spiritual leader. So maybe if this has to do with something to do with your religion, your church, your, I think if you ask, I think you're going to ask somebody and they're going to give you the same advice as what the runes are giving you. Okay? This is somebody that's got your back, that really cares about you, that's highly spiritual. And I think they're going to give you the same advice as you give yourself and as the runes are giving you. That it's just time to walk away from this. Okay? And that makes total sense to me. All right? So, and then on top of that, you're going to listen to your intuition. Okay? This is also having to do a little bit with some kind of secret that comes to light, or something that's said, something that's done. So guys, whatever this is, don't feel bad for making a decision that's based on what you need and what's good for you. Okay? And you know how sometimes the runes on the ends always mean something. So here's you. Here's you. Here's this natural ending to the story. And in this instance, guys, I'm serious. I'm literally seeing Fihu as a person with their arms out going, I'm going for that door. That's what they're telling me. Guys, my runes don't even give me traditional meanings anymore most of the time. Sometimes it'll just feel like it's the symbol. Sometimes it's the message. But the general meanings of them, like this is the wealth and possessions rune. But I'm actually seeing this as a person who's saying, I'm going forward. And because then you have a doorway, going through that doorway and coming to yourself in some way. So guys, if you have this kind of a situation going on with yourself right now, your spirit guides and your ancestors and your past and loved ones and your own inner ear, because this is also representing your inner ear today, you need to listen to what you're hearing and what you're telling yourself, or what they're telling you, because you're meant to let this go. Okay? And look here on the end, guys, we have flow, we have the closing of this, whatever it is, and you going forward and defending yourself and also coming to yourself in some way. Okay, guys? So that's what I've got for the general collective this morning. Guys, this is major soul growth. This is leaving behind something that no longer is meant for you, no longer serves you. And I think a lot of us are going through similar things like that right now. Because, guys, we're not meant to be stagnant. We're human. We're meant to change, grow, become better people every day. So listen to your heart. Listen to your angels. Call up your best friend. Tell them what the situation is and try not to be biased about it. And tell them, what do you think I should do? Because if you do that, I think they're going to tell you the same thing your own inner ear and your spirit guides and angels are telling you, that it is time to move on. So whatever this situation is, I think after you come to yourself in some way, I think because of the success room and the strength room, I think you're going to have a lot of movement, and I think you're going to be a lot happier once you do this. Okay, guys? So that's what I got for y'all this morning. This is major soul growth and change through a natural ending of something. So, guys, I hope this message resonates for some of you. And I enjoyed pulling the tarot for y'all. And I'm hoping in a couple of weeks to have something else new for you guys. And this is Lana Scott Lighthouse. Be a light in the darkness. Be a hero. Be somebody else's hero. Okay? Strive to grow, change, and be a better person every day. All right, guys. Love and light.